It looks like all the single ladies are staying home as Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, it is struggling to sell out.
Welcome back to New Viral Drama, where the celebs might want silence, but the tea is way too hot to ignore. Let's get into this Beyonce mess, because guess what? 50 Cent just flipped the switch again, and this time he's coming straight for Queen Bey. Yep, Mr. Petty himself is throwing shade at Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter tour, and the streets are buzzing. He's straight up mocking her for struggling to sell out shows. But that's not even the wildest part. He's also calling out Jay-Z, accusing him of hiding behind Beyonce's shine, just to dodge heat from that explosive Diddy situation. With Diddy's trial creeping up fast, the drama is boiling over. Beyonce's tour just kicked off, but folks are already clocking empty venues, awkward energy, and cheap resale tickets.
And it's not selling in the States or in London. And so you're just kind of wondering, you know, A, what's going on? And B, is she gonna end up like Justin Timberlake singing to 11,000 fans at the very end of his tour in a 60,000 seat arena?
Fans are whispering that something feels way off, and it ain't just stage lights flickering. Even though the Bayhive is out here doing PR backflips, the internet's receipts are loud. We're talking floor seats collecting dust, entire VIP areas untouched, and upper deck spots dropping to $20 like it's a clearance sale. What? That's not just embarrassing. That's a full-blown red flag waving in high definition. And let's not ignore it. Beyonce herself looks like she's going through the motions. No sparkle, no fire, just off. Whatever's going on, this tour ain't giving Queen energy. It's giving what's really going on behind the scenes. Now, this is where things really go off the rails. 50 Cent just dropped a cryptic post, and everyone's saying it's aimed straight at Beyonce. The shade is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. And this ain't just about her music flopping anymore. 50's hinting that there's some nasty behind-the-scenes drama the Carters don't want you knowing about. Word on the street, Jay-Z and Beyonce are out here smiling for the cameras while allegedly panicking behind closed doors. Why? Because Jay's name got dragged into those jaw-dropping lawsuits tied to Diddy. And here's the part that's straight up insane. One of Diddy's accusers claimed Jay-Z was in the room during a disturbing incident involving her when she was just 13.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, "I come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped down. She was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
The original case, tossed out on a technicality. But now she's back with fresh documents. And she's not backing down. She's saying every word she said was real. But wait, it gets even more twisted. Her lawyer is now claiming Jay-Z went full mob boss mode, allegedly sending private investigators to her house with zero legal representation involved. No lawyer, no notice, just straight intimidation tactics. What? That's wild behavior if true. And now, 50 Cent is turning up the volume, saying Jay-Z is ducking behind Beyonce while the heat gets hotter than ever. He's throwing heavy shade and claiming this Cowboy Carter tour flop might not be about country music at all, but about secrets finally catching up. So now the big question, are fans really avoiding the tour because of pricey tickets and genre confusion? Or are they finally opening their eyes to this Carter-Diddy mess?
50 shared this TMZ headline reporting that ticket sales for Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter tour have stalled. Now, the tour kicked off in LA on Monday, and shockingly, tickets dipped to as low as $57. So the question is, why isn't the Beehive saddling up?
Is 50 Cent pulling receipts or just stirring the pot like he always does? Either way, this drama is exploding. Beyonce launched her tour in Inglewood, California, but fans were side-eyeing from the jump. Empty seats, awkward energy, weak turnout. It just ain't adding up. So now it's not just whispers. Major celeb gossip pages are putting Beyonce on full blast. One page on X, Pop Stuff, posted straight-up embarrassing clips from opening night, showing huge gaps in the pit and entire sections looking deserted like a ghost town. They didn't sugarcoat a thing. Their exact words, Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour starts with an incredible amount of empty seats. The pit is vastly unsold, and several seating sections look empty. That's not shade. That's a straight-up read.
Prices for Beyonce's highly anticipated Cowboy Carter tour are dropping like a lot. Just months ago, a fan could expect to spend up to $800 for a pre-sale ticket to the opening night in the tour in Los Angeles. But hours before the concert, tickets had dipped to as low as $57.
Ticketmaster confirmed it too. When the show officially kicked off, there were still thousands of unsold tickets left, and guess who couldn't keep quiet? Yep, 50 Cent jumped right back in the mess. He reposted the story with a screenshot, trolling with that classic caption, "Ish getting real out here." You already know he lives for this type of chaos. He's making one thing crystal clear. He thinks something shady is going down behind the curtain, and he's not about to let it slide. But here's the twist. Insiders are saying this flop might not be 100% Beyonce's fault. According to sources, scalpers and resellers snatched up massive chunks of tickets early on, thinking they'd strike gold. But guess what? They fumbled BAD. A source told the Daily Mail that these resellers overplayed their hand, and now they're sitting on stacks of tickets nobody wants.
Beyonce's out of touch, okay? People are fighting for their lives, they're getting deported, they're losing their jobs. We have better things to do, Beyonce, than make you rich. And we're also in debt from your last concert. Can we just say that you just had?
Yikes. Back in February, when Cowboy Carter was first announced, fans were already dragging the prices. Some were going for thousands. Now, days before showtime, you could grab seats for just $20. That's not a discount. That's a red flag. Fans are now asking the real question, is this a pricing fail? Or is the public just not showing up for Beyonce like they used to? Whatever it is, the silence in those stadiums is loud. Some fans are trying to play it safe, blaming the flop on plain old tour fatigue. They're saying maybe Beyonce moved too fast, jumping into Cowboy Carter right after the massive Renaissance run. And yeah, it makes sense, but it doesn't explain everything. Let's be honest, this new era just isn't landing the same. The energy's off. The Beehive ain't buzzing like they used to. People are saying the album doesn't hit the way Renaissance did, and you can feel it. The hype's not there. But hold up, things are getting way messier than that. There's a whole new theory that's starting to spread, and if it's true, it could explain everything. Some folks think the real reason behind those empty arenas isn't the music at all, but the scandal sitting right behind it. Yep, that Jay-Z and Diddy mess is back in the spotlight. People haven't forgotten that lawsuit where Jane Doe named both of them, accusing them of being involved in a disturbing incident when she was just 13. The case got tossed, but Jane Doe didn't fold. She came back harder, standing firm and saying every word she spoke was real. And then, boom, her lawyer Tony Busby dropped a bombshell, claiming Jay-Z sent 2 private investigators to her home trying to intimidate her, and allegedly recording her in secret without a lawyer present. Now here's where it gets wild. Jay-Z's own team admitted they sent those investigators, but they tried to clean it up, saying it was all by the book. Really? The timing, the pressure, the silence, it's all looking real shady right now, and fans are catching on. They're asking if this whole scandal is what's really keeping people away from the tour.
When Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man.
Jay-Z's camp might say they didn't cross any legal lines, but the streets are talking, and Jane Doe's still standing strong. Jane Doe is not backing down, not even a little. In her latest court filing, she said she was literally trembling while those private investigators were talking to her. No matter how calm they tried to act, she felt completely threatened. That's serious. And to shut down any doubts, she doubled down, saying straight up she still stands by every single word and she's not letting Jay-Z off the hook. According to her, the alleged incident went down at an after-party during the 2000 MTV VMAs in New York, and she didn't mince words. In her own statement, she said, "I never stated whether once or 4 times that Mr. Carter did not assault me." She's not just saying Jay-Z was nearby. She's saying he played a role, and that takes this whole situation to a dangerous new level. Now here's where it really pops off. 50 Cent is still going full throttle. He's been dragging Jay-Z's name nonstop, calling out that connection to Diddy, while the rest of the industry stays dead quiet. But 50, he's not letting up. He's airing it all out, raw and unfiltered. And just when you thought it couldn't get more chaotic, Kanye West pulled up and threw gasoline on the fire. Yep, you jumped into the mess with a wild string of posts on X, and he didn't hold back. He came for both Jay-Z and Beyonce, claiming the only reason they're still protected is because of who they're connected to behind the scenes. And he wasn't being cryptic either. He straight up said they're under control, like puppets for the higher powers running things in the shadows. Fans were shook, and the internet went crazy over the language he used. People are asking, is Kanye exposing some real truth or just stirring the pot again? Either way, this scandal just went from bad to nuclear. Kanye West lit the internet on fire. Again. In one of his wildest posts yet, Kanye wrote, "I call celebrities F-words, but I know they got no other choice than to explicit Jewish deeds to keep their status, money, and even stay out of jail." That post got flagged immediately. It was heavy, raw, and full of fire. But he didn't stop there.
So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no
marriage.
longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones, because of the position Beyonce's in.
Oh, wow.
Right after that, a leaked phone call between Kanye and Diddy hit the internet. And the tone, straight desperation. In the call, Diddy was venting hard, saying he's always had his friends' backs when they were in hot water. But now that he's the one under fire, everyone dipped on him. Diddy said, "I always spoke up to everybody you know, and you know I ain't bitter." But fans caught that tone. It screamed betrayal, and everyone's convinced he was throwing shots straight at Jay-Z. They used to be tight, real tight. Diddy once called Jay his strategist, saying he was the first person he'd call when things got ugly. But now, nothing, not a word. Jay-Z's silence has been loud. No statements, no public defense, no shows of support. It's like he wiped Diddy from memory the second headlines got ugly. People are asking, did Jay-Z really cut ties to save his image? Or is he just playing the waiting game, letting it all blow over in silence? And when Jane Doe named Jay in that lawsuit, his team didn't waste a second. Jay's lawyer, Alex Spiro, jumped in and publicly denied that Jay and Diddy were even friends. What? That's cold. Imagine being Diddy, watching it all unfold while your so-called inner circle acts like you never existed. Especially with those rumors still floating around, that Diddy once helped Jay-Z keep some real dark secrets buried. If what people are saying is true, then Jay-Z flipping the narrative and acting like he was never tight with Diddy, that's cold-blooded. Yeah, he managed to get his name removed from Jane Doe's official lawsuit, but let's not pretend like folks ain't been watching him closely for years. The whispers around Jay didn't start with Diddy. The street's been side-eyeing him for a long time, especially when it comes to his alleged connections with women way younger than him. And anytime someone tried to speak up, they get shut down quick, silenced, disappeared from the convo. And then there's the name that still haunts some circles, Kathy White, the actress who passed under mysterious circumstances after reportedly being linked to Jay-Z. Some insiders believe she was about to expose something huge, but she never got the chance. Guess who allegedly stepped in to fix things? Diddy. According to Jaguar Wright, it was Diddy who helped the Carters clean up that situation. She even claims there's a tape of what really went down. Yeah, a tape. And now here comes the creepy part. Just one day after Kanye West echoed that same story and called out Jay-Z and Beyonce, he supposedly had a mysterious mental breakdown at his former trainer Harley Pasternak's house. Next thing you know, Kanye's placed on a psychiatric hold. Coincidence? A lot of folks don't think so. This ain't just drama anymore. This is starting to look like something way darker. And 50 Cent, he's not backing down either. He's been on Jay's neck since March 2024, right when Homeland Security raided Diddy's homes. While the rest of the industry was hiding, 50 jumped straight on Instagram throwing fire. He even posted a Photoshop milk carton with Jay-Z's face on it, like he was a missing person, and captioned it, "Anybody seen Jay? LOL savage." Puff said Jay-Z's been ghosting his calls. He ain't answering his phone, LOL. But 50 Cent wasn't finished clowning him just yet. He came back with another shot, this time posting a photo of Jay-Z smiling and waving on the red carpet with the caption, "Here is Jay-Z." Total troll move, but 50 wasn't just joking, he was making a clear point. Jay's silence is deafening. Then he added another jab for good measure. "Last seen waving at Puffy's jet, LOL. That's savage." And guess who had his back? His day one, Tony Yayo. In a new Vlad TV interview, Yayo said it plain. It's wild that Jay-Z's acting brand new like he was never cool with Diddy. Everybody knows they were tight for years. Now the Bayhive, they're out in full attack mode, saying 50 is just obsessed, trolling the Carters nonstop because of that old beef with Jay-Z. But not everyone's buying that narrative. Plenty of folks are saying Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't need any help getting caught in Diddy's mess. They walked right into it. They stayed close to Diddy for years, despite all the shady rumors that have followed him forever. People ain't forgetting that. Let's be real. There's a mountain of receipts showing this wasn't just some distant business-only relationship. Jay and Bey partied with Diddy, traveled with him, got real cozy off the clock. And there's one moment that really sticks out. Rapper Diddy once said the very first time he met Beyonce was at Diddy's house. That speaks volumes. This wasn't some casual industry handshake. This was inner circle behavior. And just when you think it can't get any darker, it does. Last month, another one of Diddy's accusers stepped forward. And this time, Beyonce's name came up in the story too. The latest shocker, it's in the details, and they're disturbing. A new lawsuit just dropped, filed by Joseph Manza, and what he's claiming has the internet shaking. According to Joseph, he was drugged and assaulted at a Diddy-hosted party back in 2015. And guess who was allegedly at that same party? Beyonce. The event was supposed to be a celebration, Christian Combs' birthday bash in Miami, but instead, it turned into a total nightmare. The location, a mansion owned by music legends Gloria and Emilio Estefan. Here's where it gets creepy. Joseph says Gloria noticed something was wrong and asked someone to get help, but Emilio allegedly shut it down completely, just like that. The lawsuit details are straight up wild. Joseph claims that once he was completely out of it, he was taken through a secret underground tunnel, one that connects the Estefan property directly to Diddy's mansion, and the person who allegedly escorted him, former adult film star Adria English. Now people are asking the real question, did Jay-Z and Beyonce seriously have no clue what was going on at all these events over the years? Or were they just choosing to look away? And here's where the story takes a seriously chilling turn. Joseph claims that when he started coming to, still days from being drugged, he realized he was in a room with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yes, them. According to the lawsuit, Beyonce allegedly looked at him and asked, "Why is there a half-naked white man lying here with an adult toy strapped to his face?" And what was the response? Someone reportedly told her, "It's a punishment. Diddy wants him to see what we do to snitches." Absolutely sickening. The lawsuit continues, alleging that Diddy personally ordered Joseph to be humiliated in front of celebrity guests as some kind of twisted warning. The entire situation is beyond disturbing, and it's forcing the public to look at the Carters through a whole new lens. Joseph's lawsuit doesn't hold back. The details are shocking. He says he was stripped, forced to wear nothing but a thong, and had a black leather mask with a rubber dam shoved onto his face. It was zipped shut and locked in place, with a disturbing adult device sticking out of his mouth. What followed, according to Joseph, were degrading, non-consensual acts that he described as part of some twisted freak-off. It's horrifying. But here's where it gets even more suspicious. Jay-Z and Beyonce's response, or rather, the lack of one. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, moved fast, claiming Jay wasn't even in Miami when the party happened. He shut that part down quick. But here's the catch. Spiro didn't say a single word about Beyonce, not even a denial, nothing. And now fans are asking, why? If Jay's lawyer could respond that fast to protect him, why didn't anyone step in to clear Beyonce's name, especially since she was directly mentioned in the lawsuit as a witness? That silence is loud, and people are starting to think it's not just a PR slip, it might be strategy. The speculation is spiraling. Are the Carters really that united front they present to the world? Or is Jay-Z letting Beyonce take center stage to shield him from the fire? Some are saying Jay's laying low behind her glow, using her image like a wall while he plays chess behind the curtain. And get this, insiders now claim Jay-Z might be the mastermind behind Beyonce's sudden decision to launch the Cowboy Carter Tour. Not because of the music, but to shift the spotlight, keep her busy, keep her visible, and keep questions away from him. Meanwhile, the disturbing stories connected to Diddy just keep stacking up, and Jay's name keeps slipping through them. All signs are pointing to one thing: distraction. The timing of this Cowboy Carter tour has everyone raising eyebrows. Could the entire rollout be a calculated move to shift attention away from the Diddy trial chaos? More and more people think so. And let's not forget what Jaguar Wright claimed. She didn't hold back at all. She said Beyonce's fans need to start their own Free Britney movement because, according to her, Jay-Z is allegedly feeding Beyonce substances and forcing her to work nonstop like a machine, all to protect his public image. If that's even halfway true, that's terrifying. But wait, it gets worse. 50 Cent just threw more gasoline on the fire. He said flat out that Jay-Z treats his marriage like a business contract, using Beyonce's fame, voice, and massive fan base as a human shield while he quietly pulls strings in the background. That's not just messy, that's a full-on accusation. And now the fans are talking, the trust is cracking, the questions are getting louder. So here's what we want to know from you. What's really behind Cowboy Carter not landing like Beyonce's other tours? Is this just a rare flop, or is something way deeper at play? Is 50 Cent speaking facts when he says Jay-Z's using Bey to protect himself from the fallout of the Diddy scandals? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who's been following this insane drama from the jump. You do not want to miss what's coming next. More wild stories, more truth bombs, and way more heat. Now, turn on your notifications and we'll catch you in the next video right here on New Viral Drama.